my loves. Today, Venus enters Sagittarius, where it's going to be until November 5th. So, Venus in this sign brings us into the energy of the party after the funeral. So, for the last month, Venus has been in Scorpio since September 10th, and this is quite a serious energy. Venus in Scorpio might have had us very focused on deepening the intimacy in our existing relationships, or even deepening our intimacy with self. Or even focused on, the boundaries around our relationship and really just firming those up, making sure that they are allowing our relationships to be the most potent, empowering relationships that they possibly can be. A very focused energy, Venus and Scorpio. And now this is a much different energy that we're moving forward into with Venus and Sagittarius. Venus and Sagittarius is hungry to experience and grow and gets very curious. Venus in Sagittarius is a very supportive energy for expanding our horizons, broadening our horizons, and thinking about what could possibly be. Sagittarius rules learning by experience. So we are, wanting to experience many more options, many possibilities with Venus in Sagittarius. And there's a real beauty to this energy, Venus in Sagittarius, that's really supportive of just doing things for the fun of it and seeing what we can learn from it, what we can take from it, not going out with such a clear focus or intention in our mind when we do anything, but just being willing to open up to the possibilities. What can I learn here? What can I experience here? What could be, good about this? What could be empowering about this? Let's play, let's adventure. That's the vibe. So let's pull some cards for Venus in Sagittarius, which takes us through to November 5th. All right, well, we have the Two of Cups, we have the Queen of Swords, and we have the Lovers. So really thinking about how we are partnering with all that we are partnering with in life, the people that we're partnering with in life, the projects that we're partnering with, the hopes, the goals, the commitments that we make, the choices that we make. We are really thinking about using our words in a different way, using our thinking in a different way, expanding on our rules for life, our rules for making choices moving forward in this energy. The Queen of Swords asks us to be, focus on a more logical sort of approach to things, but also without sacrificing our intuition, of course. This is just, to me, a real wise sort of energy. And there's something about the Queen of Swords that, this energy it's going to cut through the bullshit and snatch heads if she needs to, right? And there's this beauty to Sagittarius that's sort of like outspoken and willing to say the thing that it's feeling, just to experience what happens as a result of that. And this Queen of Swords is really pushing us to do that, is really pushing us to own our truth and to be willing to express it, because that's actually going to lead us to so many beautiful paths ahead. With the Lovers, we're really coming up to a crossroads where we're saying, I'm choosing this, I'm choosing love in whatever expression, it might be right now. And with the Two of Cups, we're coming eye to eye with our values and saying, especially with the Lovers, saying, this is what I value. This is what I know. This is what fills my cup up. This is what I want. This is what I know I want because I've learned, because I've been through the Hierophant. I know what I want now. And I'm not going to say, okay, maybe I want this. Maybe I'll try this. Even though Venus in Sagittarius is curious to try new things, we don't need to be dumb about it. We need to be wise about how we experience new things, wise about how we're growing. We need to make wise choices. And making wise choices doesn't mean doing the responsible thing all the time, doing the mature thing all the time, or doing something that feels contracting all the time. Actually, doing what feels like truly wise to us now is sort of maybe changing, or, taking the path that we want to take now, and our criteria for making good choices is just kind of coming into focus in a new way. Like we're definitely at a crossroads here. And what we are choosing now is different. maybe than ever before. Maybe our values have changed a little bit. Maybe we're just sort of understanding those in a different way. Like, what feels really good now? What do we want to ask for if we're not sure? What do we need to get clarity on right now? And how do we need to assert ourselves? How do we need to cut the heads off some imposter syndrome thinking, cut the heads off some bullshit thought in our head that says, I'm not ready to marry this. I'm not ready to merge with this. I'm not ready to whatever. Bring love to that part of you and say, you know what? We are ready. We are ready. But we just need to start claiming this idea. Start claiming our authentic thinking around this idea. Stepping forward into our lives, centering ourselves in it, not some idea of something that doesn't have anything to do with us. The Lovers is a serious energy. It's very Saturnian, kind of. Saturn is turning direct on the 10th, and Venus, before it brings us this beautiful party energy of being in Sagittarius, it crosses over the South Node in Sagittarius. So there's kind of a sobering energy coming off of this new moon. And a lot of us might feel in a contractive sort of moment, it's sort of like maybe being sort of really revising things before we say, yeah, I want to go to the party. Do I really want to go to the party? Do I have a ride home? Do I feel like safe? Do I feel all the things? Do I have all the things that I need? Is my phone charged? Is my, all the things that I need to have going? Do I feel really set up to take this journey, to take this path and say, yeah, I'm choosing this? Whatever we do, choose love. What does that mean for you now? That means a very different thing for you today than it, maybe meant a month ago, a year ago, 6 months ago. We're kind of just getting to grips with like, what does that really mean for me now to choose to do right by myself? This is Libra season. That's the question. What does it mean for me to do right by myself? We know better, we do what we can with what we have until we know better. And this season is asking us what it means for us to do right by ourselves. The Lord of Love. Whatever you're partnering with right now, just really partner with it. Even if you know that it's not a forever thing, even if you're not totally sure, even if you're like, do I really want to do this? I'm not really feeling like the Queen of Swords right now. Whatever you just are choosing, just choose it. Just choose it with intention. Like whatever you are, be a good one. Be there for it fully and bring your whole awareness to it so you can attend to whatever is present for you as a learning experience in that moment. You don't need to choose all of these decisions that are playing out in your mind that are happening in the future. Those aren't choices that you need to make right now. Just make the choice that you need to make today. To not do this, to do this. What feels right for you today? What can you commit to in your power today? The Queen of Swords. What can you say for sure is a yes today? And what do you know for sure is a no today? Just use your voice. Six of Cups. So, the Lord of Pleasure. Pleasure is a different experience when Venus is out of Scorpio, because Venus is in its detriment in Scorpio, and there's like a lack of pleasure. Like we don't really have very much clear access to things that feel good in Venus and Scorpio, or like the things that used to feel good don't really do it for us anymore with Venus and Scorpio. But in Sagittarius, there is a lot of pleasure to go around. Like things are feeling good. We're drawn to what feels good. We're getting something out of different things that we might maybe not expect it to get something out of. So be experimental in how you're moving around. Like maybe even a little bit of like devil energy. Like be experimental and invite in an energy of play. But just think about what really fills my cup, What am I learning? What do I want to learn? How is this serving me? So let's pull Seasons of the Witch Samhain Oracle card. Frog. May the lily beneath your breasts allow you to drink from its healing waters. Be still, for there is serenity behind the drowning croaks. I never understand what these cards say, but then I read the wisdom message and I do understand it. So let's read the wisdom message and hopefully we'll get some clarity. Transformation and serenity. Butterflies are often what comes to mind when we think of transformation, but let us not forget, frogs are also a tadpole of transformation, going from a tadpole that lives in water to a frog that adapts to land and water. For some species, this process takes a couple of weeks. For others, it can take months and even a year to transform from one thing into another. When a frog comes croaking, know that you are transforming, or the process will begin soon. This is a positive transformation, not the sort of drastic transformation that one might expect with the Banshee card, which is like the Tower. The transformation that you are experiencing is easy and so much so that you may not even know that it's happening. It's a subtle shift that occurs in the background until one day you realize that things are different. There's nothing that you need to do or move this change along. Like the frog, your higher self will take over and guide you through instinct. You only need to pay attention to the urges you feel and follow those urges when they strike. This message is amplified if you have pulled the wolf card. Be patient and note that this transformation has come to your awareness. This is not something that can be rushed or forced like the frog. This transformation may take days or weeks, maybe even a year or two to transform completely. All unfolds in accordance with your divine destiny. Well, how about that? Be the frog. Be the graceful frog. My loves, I am sending you all of my love for the rest of this week and this weekend. If you would like a reading with me, hit the link in my bio. I would love to serve you.